Hello everybody, Ed here from incomegems.com. I'm going to talk to you today very quickly about setting up your first blog. So if you've never done this before, it's not going to take you that long to do it. We're going to go through the process of setting you up with what I believe to be the best host for anybody who's new to blogging. They're a very reputable company called SiteGround, and we're going to go through the process of setting up a brand new SiteGround account, which is going to be where your blog is hosted. And we're going to install what is the most common platform used in the world for blogging today called WordPress. You've probably heard of WordPress before. If you haven't, don't worry about it. We're going to go through the process to get you all set up. So sit back and relax and just follow the video as we go through the process. You'll see it's very, very straightforward. So, to start you off, head over to incomegems.com. If you land on our resources page, you'll see we have a link down here to our preferred host. We're called SiteGround. This is an affiliate link, so we do earn a little commission each time somebody clicks on this link, and it helps us do what we do best over at incomegems.com. So you'll see when you click here, I should also say rather that when you use our link, you will get the best price possible for your host. So, SiteGround are a European company and they have been around for quite some time, and they really, in the last few years, have become what I believe is to be the best WordPress host available. There are lots of hosting companies out there. You've probably heard of people like Bluehost and HostGator and WP Engine, and really, I guess what SiteGround have done better than anybody else is they have lots of optimizations to make sure that your WordPress site is as fast as possible, which is really, really important for search engine optimization. We'll talk about that in later videos. But they've brought all those optimizations to a platform that's relatively inexpensive compared with other hosting companies, like, for example, WP Engine, who are a managed WordPress host, and you get many of the same kind of features that you would with WP Engine you get in SiteGround for a fraction of the price. So for a brand new site, if you've never used WordPress before, just starting out, SiteGround are perfect, and they'll be far superior, a much better and faster host than many of the other larger traditional hosts such as HostGator or Bluehost. You've probably seen, again, I've mentioned those before. My opinion, those hosts are once upon a time they may have performed quite well, but today they operate at a snail's pace in comparison to something like SiteGround. So when you land on the SiteGround homepage, you'll see, again here, you'll see get premium hosting starting from $3.95 a month, and that's euros, roughly the same as dollars these days. You'll see we have a one-click setup, which we're going to go through. Free transfers if you're transferring from an existing host. And SiteGround are very, very active in the WordPress community as well, which is really advantageous. So these guys really know their stuff when it comes to WordPress. Okay, so what plan are we looking at? You'll see there's three plans. There's a startup, a grow big, and a go geek. The grow big and the grow geek plans are really, really top quality plans for sites, for example, who get up to, for example, 100,000 visits per month. If you're just starting off today, you'll be doing really, really well to get 100,000 visitors in your first month. So I'd recommend for anyone starting, they simply go with the startup plan. You get one website, you get 10 gigs of web space, and suitable for up to 10,000 visits per month. So I'm going to click on the Get Started. If this is your first website, you probably don't have a domain name yet. SiteGround will make it quite easy to register a domain name as you sign up for your hosting, which is why we haven't done that separately today. You can always do that separately. You may have registered a domain name rather, with somebody like a GoDaddy or a Namecheap, and that'll be a subject for another video at a later point. But today we're going to make the assumption that you don't have an existing domain name. So let me just type in domain, and you can see there's a rather large selection of top level domains here: .com, .eu, .net, .org, And then there's lots of country specific and generic names. MyOpinion.com is still the only way to go. And this is free, folks. So you get this for free. So straight away I'm saving you 12 bucks. Let's see if incometest.com is available. Wow, I can't believe that's available. Here you go. It's a pretty good domain name as it is. Incometest.com. I'll have to register this. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my email address. Let's fill out my particulars. So I'm putting in dummy details for phone number. I don't want you guys ringing me just yet. Let's put a password in. I'm going to go ahead and put some payment details in here. So I'm just going to pause the video while I enter my sensitive credit card details. We'll be right back in a moment. Okay, we're back. So I've just put our credit card in. And you can see now we've got some purchase information decisions to make here. You can see startup as the plan we've selected. You can see the price, which is the 12-month price. Now, your next major decision is your data center. So at SiteGround, you have unique to what for a shared hosting is you have the choice of 3 data centers. You can choose Europe if your primary customer base is in Europe and the default is set to Amsterdam. If your customers and your audience is located in the States, you're better off choosing the Chicago data center. And obviously if your customers are more likely to be based in Asia or Australia or that side of the world, go with the Asia Pacific data center. This is really useful. I'm going to select the USA. Now, if you wish to go for example, 36 months, you're going to get more value from your plan. However, since this is your first blog, you may wish to just simply go for the trial, which you can do. And now you're obviously going to incur a setup fee. So my recommendation would be to go for the 12 months. At €87, it's still a really good deal. Of course, you can cancel as well if you're not happy at any point, but trust me, you'll be happy. So again, we're saving on the setup fee. You can see we've got our domain name. We've got the option of adding privacy to our WHOIS policy if we wish to have that. You can see here what it does. It hides your WHOIS details, which can be handy if you don't want anyone snooping around trying to find out what's going on. You can add premium support if you want faster resolution. I'm not actually going to add that right now. We've got an option of a basic backup service rather. This, if you don't have a backup system in place yourself, this is a really good thing to do. Bad things happen on the internet and stuff sometimes goes missing that shouldn't. So it's really important to have backups, folks. Now I have my own backup system, so I'm going to switch this off for now. And the hack alert monitoring service, again, if you're new to this kind of stuff, it can be a useful feature to have. Right now I don't need it, so I'm going to switch it off. And obviously you've got to agree to the old T's and C's. So let's go ahead and submit. Taking its time. Okay, so we are going to, you can see here I've been presented with a order verification step. SiteGround team welcomes you aboard. We verify all orders to protect our customers online fraud. Verification process will only take a few minutes. Click the button below and we'll connect you to site rep on live chat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And why not I just pause the video while we go through the verification process. So don't be surprised if you get this while you're as part of your account setup process, but to be honest with you, this is pretty typical. Be right back after the verification process. Hey folks, Ed here from IncomeGems.com. So we just completed the verification process with SiteGround, which if you've never done something like that before, is a really useful way, just making sure hosting companies validate that people are actually real people and not going through credit card fraud processes. So it's very simple, just online chat, ask me a couple of questions, give me a quick phone call just to verify that I was actually who I was. And now we've got our login. So basically once you've been verified, you'll get a sales receipt and you can go ahead and log in with the username and password that you used during the sign up process, which I'm currently doing right now. So you'll see once you log in, you get a website setup wizard. So you may or may not wish to go through this process. You can see you have a number of options: get WordPress pre-installed, set up a new site not on WordPress, transfer an existing site, I don't need help setting up. We're going to go ahead and choose this option for now. I'll just explain why. I just want to briefly show you around the SiteGround control panel. So you can see there's lots of nice promotions running here, 30 new domains. God knows I don't need any more domains. But if I just click into my accounts, you'll see we can see information here. IncomeTest.com is the domain name we registered. We can see our DNS servers here, which are domain name servers, which essentially are the postcodes for your new, or zip codes for your new domain name, the IP address, your username. Some information here. I'd recommend you activate this. cPanel is your control panel, so you're going to, as you get more and more used to this kind of stuff, you're going to hear about cPanel in lots of different places. So we're going to go ahead and click into cPanel, and we will securely access it. So see, once we log in, what you're looking for now to complete the setup of your new blog is the WordPress installer. Essentially this is bringing us back to the same place I could have chosen at the beginning, but I wanted to show you quickly around the control panel. So this is actually going to do the WordPress installation for us. Click this blue button, install. We've just got this one domain name at the moment, IncomeTest.com. This information here you can adjust if you wish. If you know what you're doing, you can. If not, I would leave it as is. It creates a nice secure setup for you. I'm just going to change the name to Income Tests. My test blog. We don't need to enable multi-site, and we're going to make a note of this. In fact, we might actually just change it for the purposes of this installation. Don't worry about that password, it won't exist 5 minutes after we make this video, so there's no point in you trying to log in, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is to do it. That, by the way, is an awful password. Please don't ever use it. We want to use IncomeGems.com. English. Yes, I would recommend you leave this plugin installation active. There are other advanced options here, but we don't need them right now. And we go ahead and click install. And you'll see now that WordPress is being installed on our new domain name for us by SiteGround Software. And what we'll do now is we'll just open the admin login, and we'll go ahead and enter the username and password that I just set up. Here we are. So now we're in WordPress. So WordPress is our blogging platform. WordPress powers 25% of the internet at the moment, so it's by far the most popular platform for creating content online today. Not just blogs, people like New York Times, the Rolling Stones, Vogue magazine, tons and tons of major brands, Beyonce, the New Yorker was another one recently that was ported over to use WordPress. So WordPress is used by basically a quarter of the internet, which is a huge number. It's nearest competitors likes of Drupal and Joomla. They're all down in single percentage numbers, 3%, 4%, 5%, depending on who you believe. So really, it is the easiest platform to use if you're just getting started. Even if you're not just getting started, if you've been doing this stuff for years, it's still the best platform. It's got the most flexibility. It's got tons of plugins for certain things you might want to do. Basically, it'll do everything you want it to do and stuff you've not even thought about yet. It's that good. We love it. So it's as simple as that to set up WordPress. Let's just go ahead and just post very quickly. We're going to posts, and if I click add new, you can see this is our title. I'm just going to dismiss distraction-free writing for the purpose of today's video. And we're just quickly doing a quick blog post. There you go. Nothing earth-shatteringly complex about that. If I go ahead and hit publish, we can now see, voila, here you are, incometests.com. Still can't believe that domain name was available. Our hello world post is here. So you can see everything is super fast. Our archives are here. So this really is as simple as it gets, folks. You can see it only took us a few minutes to go through the process of getting a new domain name, going through the purchase process on SiteGround, creating WordPress, logging in, creating our first post. So really, there's no excuse to not start this stuff today. It's very simple. In future videos, we're going to be looking and diving into WordPress in a lot more detail. We're going to talk about how you can set up themes and plugins and things you can do to really improve what's already great software out of the box. And we'll look a little bit more in detail about certain things that SiteGround also does to make your end user experience a little bit better. So that's it for today. Again, our domain name, incomegems.com. We're just getting started, and we hope this video helps you get started as well, rather, and we look forward to talking with everybody in the future. Thanks.